Let's do it.
All right, hello. Welcome to another segment of Screw the News. Listen, you can see it's back. It's back, baby. I'm growing it back. I cut it real thin. I think I'm going to stick with this thin mustache. I asked my wife, I said, what do you think of this thin mustache? She said to me, you look like a Cuban pimp. I said to her, well, how in the hell do you know what a Cuban pimp looks like? And she said, you leave Fernando out of this. Well, anyhow, I'm going to keep it like this. I like it, okay? Hey, we got the coffee mugs, all right? We're going to change it up a little bit. This is the first one out of the batch. We're going to make the logo a little bit bigger. And it can be anywhere on the cup you want. You can be on that side. It can be on that side. It can be in the middle. But it's a nice coffee cup. Here's a link to where you can get this. And we have T-shirts up there. I think we saw Eunice in one. Boy, that girl can fill out a T-shirt, can't she? Anyhow, oh, Lord. Anyhow, hey, I'm going to be quick tonight with this monologue. And we had a hell of a show for you lined up tonight, and I don't want to run too long on it. But everybody out there that sings, plays, does whatever you do, I want you to go on YouTube, and I'll tell you about it in a minute. I'll tell you where I want you to go. I am so taken by this woman. Oh, my God. 1985, I was in Hong Kong. I guess you all know that, some of my exploits down there. Well, while I was living in that penthouse apartment, I had a CD by the Waterboys, and they had a song on there I consider the best song ever written, okay? And it's called The Hole of the Moon. And I would play that thing daily, hourly, by the minute. I love that song. I have loved that song, and I play it like that even to today. And I don't know what it is, what it does to me inside, but it brings a tear to my eye every time I hear it. I mean, every time it just sucks me in and does something inside of me, and I search and I try to figure out what it is. And, it was written by the leader of the Waterboys. I can't think of his name right offhand. And as far as I was concerned, that song was sung until I ran across Fiona Apple. I want you to go on YouTube right here and see how a song should be sung. And see how you should just, when you're going to do it, just let it go. I mean, it's a hard thing to do. I know it's a hard thing for me to do, and I envy people that leave the planet like she does. And we should all aspire to do exactly what she does in this video. So I'd play it for you, but I'm getting into copyright things with somebody that big. But I don't think they're going to get down on me for recommending this to you. Believe me. Right here, go Fiona Apple. You'll thank me for it. It's a beautiful song and incredibly well done, okay? And try to emulate what this woman does, Don't try, just do it. Just let yourself go. Get off the planet with your music. All right. We're going to go. We're going to take a chance here and go back down to Pig's Butt. I don't know. I call it Pig's Butt. She gets mad at me. Pigbutt, Tennessee. to our one and only Eunice Utuh. And I want to tell you something. I'll tell you about it when you get back. Go see her, all right? Go see Eunice and protect yourself. Be careful. And especially around that moment, watch where you step. All right, here you go. Take it, Eunice, darling. Oh, hi, y'all. Hi. Eunice Utuh here. I'm sorry, just taking a selfie of my, oh my, you caught me. I got a couple things today that just have me over the moon. I tell you the truth, that just has me completely over the moon. First off, let me show you this. Ooh, that's a good picture of me. I'm a woman. Oh, anyhow, Pelvis sent me this. Look at this. This is the Screw You News coffee cup. Now he told me that this is the first one they put this one together, but they're going to make the lettering a little bit bigger, and you can have that anywhere you want. You can have it on this side, you can have it in the center like this one, or over here on this side. So I love doing this. I don't know why, it just thrills me to death to do. But he said you go to this link right here, and you can order yourself one of these Screw the News coffee cups. And I mean, that's going to be, boy, that's going to go right in my china cabinet. That is right up there. Yes, it is. I'm going to be happy to drink my coffee out of that every morning. Oh, and what I was doing when you came in, I got to tell you something. Before this whole COVID thing hit, I met the nicest man. And we went out on our first date, and I tell you, everything went wrong. You know how those first dates are? They're terrible sometimes. Well, this one was just, but he's the nicest guy. He just keeps texting me and emailing me. And he drives for this company right here, this Pilot Freight Service. He just loves his job. His boy drives everywhere. And he just loved it. And he sent me this shirt. He said, you know, it's colder than a well digger's ass. That's what he said, excuse me. But that's what he said. Is it colder than a well digger's ass in Texas? You must be freezing that good looking tuchus of yours off down there in Tennessee too. So he sent me this long sleeve shirt. And it's nice. I like it. I may even sleep in this tonight. I don't know. But anyhow, he's nice. His name's Delmer. He's just nice man. You know what? I got to tell you, though. I met him online. Now, don't you have any judgments about that? But I found a good one here. He said that, you know, women look for a man for Love. Well, I'm looking for a man with a job, and this guy has one. See, and but to me, that's right there at the top of the list. The man that go to work every day, he drives that truck been there for a long time and loves it. So that's quite attractive to me. Anyhow, so we set up this date, and he came by here, and I told him where I had my motorhome parked, and he come by and picked me up, and I got to tell you something. This is the first time I ever bought anything like this, and the first time I ever wore them. And I just wanted to look my best. And I was at a lingerie shop, and this girl told me about these pantyhose that have a breathing crotch. And I said, what? She said, yeah, they have a breathing crotch. I said, holy Jesus, really? I said, I hope I haven't been suffocating my little girl. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, I bought a pair of those, you know, and Delmer's coming over, and I put those on, and I got dressed. I looked nice. And you know, that man took me to a really nice restaurant. He took me down to Joe's Fish Shack. Oh, man, we had a nice meal. And we're sitting there, and, you know, and I'm looking at the menu, and he says, Eunice, you order anything you want. And he said, I'd stay away from the lobster because I think it's out of season. I said, well, I know. So, anyhow, I was looking, and I said, have you ever eaten oysters? And he kind of turned red as he could be. And I said, well, Delmer, what's wrong? And he said, yeah, I have. And I said, I hate to be forward on our first date. I said, but I hear they're pretty good for a man's love life. And he goes, yeah, they are, if you know how to pick the good ones. I said, well, what do you mean, know how to pick the good ones? He said, well, my experience is, he says, every time I eat them, I eat a dozen of them slimy bastards, and only one of them works. Oh, that ain't very good odds, is it? He said, yeah, I know. He said, oh, man. Anyhow, so we had just a lovely meal together. It was really nice. And we talked, and I mean, everything just flowed. We just got along like, like peas and carrots. Is that what Forrest said? Something like, but we got along great. Anyhow, we driving out of town, and he starts going up on the mountain. And I said, Delmer, where you going? He goes, I know a little spot up here. So we got up that top of that mountain, and he parked, and we're overlooking the city, the beautiful lights and everything. Well, the light down at the gas station in the corner down there was still on. That was about the only light we could see, but it's a small town. Anyhow, he says to me, Eunice, why don't you get in the back seat? I said, well, no. And okay. And he says, Eunice, come on, get in the back seat. And I said, well, no. He says, Eunice, why don't you want to get in the back seat? I said, well, Delmer, I want to stay up here with you. And he said, well, I'm sorry. He said, I should take you home. So anyhow, we got down here and we parked next to my motor home here. And that boy, or I should say that man, he's a big burly boy. He's a big burly, and down here we call everybody boy, but anyhow, he's a big man. He leaned over and he kissed me on my neck, and oh Lord. And then he says, he kissed me some more on my neck, and I'm going, oh my God. And then he come over and he just lightly kissed me on my lips, and I went, oh, sweet Jesus. Oh. And all of a sudden, we hear this sound like, and he kissed me again, and he goes, and I said, he said, what the hell is that? I said, I don't know. And I looked down, and I knew what it was. It was a damn breathing crotch. And he took one more chance. He came over and kissed me on the neck, and that thing got wheezing like it had asthma. And I said, holy Jesus, I said, you got to stop. And he said, I got to go. He said, what I got to do, I got to go. And he left. I scared that poor boy. I'm a breathing crotch. Can you imagine that? Scared that boy off. So anyhow, enough of my problem with men. Okay, I'll tell you stories about them. But anyhow, let's get back to the music. Okay, last week now I featured a song that Pelvis wrote. It was well accepted. Pelvis told me he got some emails. And anyhow, what we decided to do is that Pelvis has got a lot of songs written, and that man's been sitting on them for years, and so we're going to start promoting Pelvis here. I mean, it's his show. So that's what we're going to do. So tonight is a beautiful song. I've been listening to it all day long, bring tear to your eye. This man he's tender. He's a tender man. He looks rough, but he's tender. Anyhow, it's Why'd You Have to Go? Now I'm going to run this little bit of this video for you, and I'll see you when you get back, okay?
I'm starting to write again.
that's a big city life there. But you know, love is love. You know, love is love. You just can't help who you fall in love with. You know, so we all got to learn to live together. So, you know, it just is what it is. You know, and it just there ain't no way around it. Love is love. You know, and that I'd hate to bring this up, but you know that Chick-fil-A. They were down on people that, you know, same-sex marriage and all that stuff. And you know what, I wrote and told them, I gave them a suggestion, because I remember when KFC came out, it was Kentucky Colonel, Kentucky Fried Chicken. And their logo and their logo and everything, it said right on the box, it's finger looking good. And you know, and everybody that saw that Kentucky Fried Chicken, now KFC, they shortened it up. They knew it was finger looking good. So I wrote to that Chick-fil-A, and I said, you know what your new slogan should be with your attitude towards these people. And I made this up myself. I wrote to them, and this is what I told them. I said, your slogan should be, don't be licking nothing. Pretty good, huh? Anyhow, that's enough of me for today. I'll see you all next week. I just love this. And remember the coffee cups, okay? I'm going to do it one more time. Right here. And then you can buy Pelvis a cup of coffee at this one right here, okay? So Pelvis, get to work, put those little things up there. So here's the coffee cups, and here's the coffee, okay? All right, so this is Eunice saying, forgive me for what I do, but I'm just happy to be here. Peace. Oh, sweet Jesus, sweet. Oh my God, I bet you that boy was shaking his head all the way home. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Hey, that poor guy. What was his name, Delmer? Oh my God, poor Delmer, man. Oh, and he's still, and well, they'll work it out. Love will always find a way. Hey, listen, that song that oh God, I can't believe oh, that song she highlighted in mine. I want to tell you something about that. You know, I'm always pitching this JCB music, and there's a reason for it. You know, this guy doesn't sponsor. He's just a guy that I admire, all right? So he's not a sponsor or anything. I don't want you people to think I'm saying all this good stuff about him because he's paying me. This guy, that song there, I sang that song, and I woke up one morning, and that song was in my head. And I picked up my phone and my guitar, and I played that thing and sang it into my damn phone. And I sent that to him. And I tell you what, my natural rhythm is a 6/8. I don't know why, but if I'm writing something, it always comes out in 6/8 time. That's just the way it is. I stopped fighting the feeling a long time ago. Well, he got back in touch with me. He said, well, you want this in 6/8 or 4/4? And I said, well, you know me, Craig. I said, put in 4/4. And we've been working with this girl, Marcela Mendez, for years. And I said, get Marcela to sing that. And I think she'll do a good job on it. And that's what he sent me back. And I am so proud of that. If you could hear that phone recording compared to the finished product, I mean, he did a stellar job on it. And I thank him from the bottom of my heart. And he can do the same thing for you. So we're going to hear a little bit more about JCB music here in a little bit. It's got a segment on the program, What's on the Board. And I hype him up, man. I love the guy. All right. Oh my God, I'm still shaking my head. That poor guy, that ride home, he must have been scared to death. Okay, enough of Eunice and her boyfriend problem. Let's go. Hey, come on, Kev. Lick of the week. Come on, Kevin.
Welcome to Kev's Lick of the Week. This week we have Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison. Tune in next week for more songs lick of the week.
Well, that Kev, he can lick the week, can he? He can give us the lick every week and appreciate it. All right, now we're going to go down to Victorian Station. I've been saying it wrong all this time. It's Victorian Station. All right, and we're going to go down there with the big pink pick of the week. Yeah, but I want to clarify something. And I don't know how many episodes back, when they first came on here, I said we're going to go down to Tennessee, to Nashville, to the Musicians Hall of Fame. After we do that, we're gonna make a right and go up to Hampton, Virginia, to the Big Pink. Well, hell, if I made a right out of Nashville, I'd end up in Florida. I made a mistake there. You gotta make a left, go up to Tennessee. Go up to Tennessee, and out of Tennessee, you gotta make a left, go up to Virginia, I should say. And one of these days, I'm gonna be walking in there, and I may bring Eunice with me. Okay, so Ramblin Jake, protect yourself. But here we go. Ramblin Jake from Victorian Station in Hampton, Virginia. The big pink pick of the week. Take it, Jake.
Victorian Station and this week's Ramblin Jake Big Pink Pick. We have to start by saying congratulations, Ramblin Jake. Your song has made it into the top 10 of the small market country radio charts.
Yeah, thank you very much. Really
You're
exciting.
also on the independent charts.
Yeah, yes.
Very exciting. You know, something is so exciting about Victorian Station is many artists have started here and feel very comfortable with this venue. And one of them is your Big Pink Pick for this week. And coincidentally enough, you have a story to tell us about a recording session you were just at and how that kind of ties together.
Yeah, it was a complete coincidence. Yesterday, I was invited by Ray Bruce, who everybody met on our last episode, but he invited me over just to be a fly on the wall and take it all in and meet the band. He told me about Taylor Edens, young country singer that he's been playing with, and it was just amazing. A great talent, an independent talent. But what was interesting about it was this was all taking place over at Soul Haven recording studio, which is where our featured artist was performing at as well. Had done an album.
Okay, and we've heard about that studio from Bobby Blackhat and other performers. So we're excited to hear this week's Ramblin Jake Big Pink Pick from Seth Steinbeck. Tell us about
Seth
that.
Steinbeck. This recording of Leather Strap from in October will be 10 years. Hard to believe, but he had come off the year prior an emerging artist finalist. He was a finalist for that, and when he played here, we got to meet his father, and they're just wonderful, gracious folks. They came up from Texas. His job brought him up here, but then shortly after he played here, he was in a competition over at the Jewish Mother, which is a music establishment over in Virginia Beach, and he was on his way towards a major competition in the blues circuit.
Well, you'll have to check him out on Spotify because he's done some wonderful things in the past 10 years, but we're excited to see him on this week's Ramblin Jake Big Pink Pick.
Steinbeck.
That was wonderful. He's such a talented young man. To think that was 10 years ago. He has done some wonderful things since then, so check him out on Spotify and his new LPs. And we also look forward to having him again featured during one of the In the Round performances. So thank you so much for watching this week's Ramblin Jake Big Pink Pick.
Man, that boy can play that guitar and sing. Oh my God, I like that. That like swamp music to me. That's fantastic. Okay. Whew. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for being a part of the show. You really add a lot to this show. You know, I'll leave it at that. I was going to say something about after Eunice, I need something like you. Oh my God. Anyhow, now we're coming to JCB Music in San Diego, okay? And he's gonna highlight a song that he did with my brother Johnny Booty, a little number, a cute little number, and he'll tell you all about it, and we'll talk about it when we get back. So here we go. Greg Blaine, what's on the board down in San Diego, California? What's on the board? Take it, Greg.
Hey Pelvis, what it is. Hi everybody out there at Screw the News, everybody else who's watching. This is Craig at JCB Music, another edition of What's on the Board. Before we get started today, I want to give a shout out to Ramblin Jake. Thank you so much for your donation to Song Forever. We're about ready to get another star artist going here in the next several weeks, so stay tuned for that. Thanks again, Ramblin Jake. Real treat today, because we've got one of Pelvis's brothers, none other than Johnny Booty. Now we know Johnny Booty's quite a character. He's spent a lot of great time here at JCB Music. Been MIA a little bit the last several years, but what we have on the board today was something we did a few years ago. Johnny called me up and he said, "Hey Craig, could you put together some music for me? A little 1-4-5 blues feel. I got some lyrics I want to sing." And today we got the result of that. This is Johnny Booty, Her Cat.
I was sitting sad, lonesome and blue, picking at some gum stuck to my shoe, when I met this woman at the laundromat. She was washing everything but her cat.
Cowbell.
We sat and talked for a while. I made her laugh. She made me smile. She said, "I got a soul, takes out any sting.
I got a soap takes out any sting,
And a love to ease your pain.
and a love to ease your pain."
Surely ease your pain."
Love it, Johnny.
She said, "I'm living here in my car. Ain't got enough gas to go real far. I got no future and a messy past. Can't seem to find a love to last. I'd like to stay right here with you
More cowbell.
and show you just what I can do.
Sing it, Johnny.
I got a soul, takes out any sting, and a love to ease your pain.
Well, that's Johnny Booty, Her Cat.
Surely ease your pain.
Check back next week for another edition of What's on the Board. Back to you, Pelvis.
All right. Yep. I know. I don't know if Bruce can do it or not, but Johnny and I have that ability. You know, Greg put that that music together and just sent him the backing track. And I remember Johnny writing that song. I mean, he sat around and he listened to that track for a long time, All of a sudden he started writing, came up with that song. It's a good little song, you know. Got a soap to take out any stain. Yeah. I like to find a soap like that. Okay, now, talking about the booty boy. We're going to go Save Your Ass. Save Your Ass Rehabilitation Center down in Redondo Beach, California. My brother, my lost brother for years, I haven't seen that boy, and all of a sudden he's back in my life, and I'm so happy about it. So you take it, booty boy. Tell us all about it. Do your thing. Oh, how you doing? Johnny Booty here. Hey, before we get started here, I'm in a hurry. I'm on my way out of here, but I want to do this for Pelvis. I told him that I committed to him that I would be here every week with a segment. But got to go to this meeting here real quick. But I want to thank him for the Screw the News coffee cup, and deeply appreciate it. And, y'all can get one of these too. I'm sure when he runs this segment, he'll put something right here for you to a link for you guys to look it up and buy one of these. Nice cup. He's told me that they're going to make the logo a little bit bigger, so when you can have it on the inside of the cup that you want. But anyhow, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit hurt. I want to tell you a story. My main thing is save your ass. And I was involved with drugs for a long time in my life, so I'm not some educated man that never been in the gutter. I've been in the gutter real deep, and for a long period of time, and a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it, but there's no future in it, and that's what I get across to you. And I want to tell you a story. I rolled into LA back in the early 90s, and a guy by the name of Erwin Pardue got a hold of me. He had a nephew that was at UCLA at a film school there, and he'd finished this independent movie, and he wanted a song for the trailer to run the credits over into the movie, and he asked me if I could put something together for him. And I said, sure. And so he paid me some good money to do it. He said, here, I'm going to do this for my nephew. And he gave me $500. He said, can you do it for that? I said, yeah, I can do it. So I knew a guy in LA, a guy by the name of Gary Mays, phenomenal guitar player. And drug addict, alcoholic, supreme, man. And, but I mean, the guy on the guitar is just incredible. So I got a hold of Gary, and I said, Gary, I got a project. I said, you want to get involved in this? And he goes, well, let's pay. And I said, well, what do you want? He said, give me a gram of blow and a 6-pack of beer. You got it, brother. You got it. So I said, can you find me a bass player and a drummer? And he goes, yeah, I got a couple Iranian guys that I play with all the time. So we rented this studio, went in there, and we had nothing. I had nothing. I had enough soul. And he said, well, what are we going to do? And I said, I've been working on a song. I said, let's take the melody from this song. I said, he gave me the script. So we read through the script real quick. And the story was about this guy that was in love with this girl whose father ran the town, and she had 2 big brothers that were his henchmen, and he was in love with the girl, and they didn't want him to be in love with her, so they ran him out of town. And he came back into town, and he's fighting with the brothers and everything. And the girl finally said, what the hell are you doing all this for? I don't love you anyway. So that was the gist of the story. And I said, okay. I said, so we got all set up. I mean, this guy, the bass player, his name was Canvas. And he had a brother there, and the drummer named Goody. And Goody had a drum set, a lot of drummers die for. And we got all set up. I said, so what are we going to do? So I I grabbed this guitar and I said, look, Gary's going to play the guitar. Gary sings on this, by the way, not me singing. And I said, look, it starts out with this weird chord here, and then it goes into a D, and it goes into a G, and it goes into an A, and that's all I did. And I just sat out there and I said, and I wrote the lyrics right then and there. And I hand Gary these handwritten notes and put it up on the podium there, and we're just about to count it off, and we had this a guy there, a guy by the name Andy, running the show there, and I went, whoa! I said, Andy, I said, there was a keyboard there. I said, this keyboard got any voices on it, any sounds? He goes, yeah, a whole bunch of them. So I went through them, and I found this one called Ghosties. And I don't even know what made me think of it. I'd never played a keyboard in my life before this time. I got to tell you that. So, so I said, give me a minute. Let me figure out some inversions here so I don't have to move my fingers too much to hit these chords. So I was at this keyboard trying to figure out the different chords and how I could hit these chords without moving my hands too much. And I said, okay. I said, I will try to play this while you guys play that, okay? And we counted that off. And I want to make this real quick. So you guys, I want to play quite a bit of this song. I mean, this is the only time in life this song was ever played. It was never played before this. It wasn't rehearsed. It wasn't nothing. It was a count off, and this is what we came up with. Give Irwin for his $500. And it's quality's a little off because we did it on tape and we transferred it to a CD. So, it doesn't have the CD quality, but listen to this. And then after you listen to this, I want to tell you what happened afterwards. Okay. So here we go. Listen to this. I came back for you. Now, it's probably never hit the top 100, probably never get top 1,000 on charts or anything like that, but it's a hell of a nice song. And the point I'm trying to make here is that after we did that song, I gave Gary his grandma blow and his 6-pack of beer. And an hour later, that man couldn't put his hands together without a little bit of help. He was a mess. And that's why he never, ever made it. As good as he is in music, he never, ever made it. And I lost contact with him. I imagine he's not with us anymore because of his addictions. And I was with him one night. We went for an audition, get in this band. And it was right up his alley. And there were a few other guys there auditioning, and Gary got so nervous and everything, he kept going outside. I don't know if he was doing crank or what the hell he was doing, but he got so messed up when he came back in. He played the melody to one Bob Seger song and sang the words to another. That's how bad he was, but he pulled it off. He got through the song somehow. But like I said, it's a shame. So, if you got a problem, figure out what your problem is, and if my main thing is that don't think that it's going to help you with your music career, because it's going to do nothing but hinder you. Alcohol, drugs, any of that stuff. Like I said, I got to get going here, but I want to show you something that goes on around here at Save Your Ass. These people know we have these monitors, we have cameras around, and keep an eye on them. So they mess with me quite a bit. And I want to show you what got on the monitor the other day. And it's quite funny. I mean, here we go. Take a look at this, and I'll talk to you when we get back. All right. She went in there with the song Addicted to Love in her head and came out of it with Love Hurts. Okay, I got to go, man. I got to get to this meeting. You guys take care of one another and do what you got to do to get through this life and get through this COVID thing. And please take care of yourself and respect yourself, respect yourself. That's all I'm asking you to do. So this is Johnny Booty saying, take care. Well, that's it. I'm not going to say too much more except order yourself a cup. Here it is again. Here it is again. Everything you've seen tonight, all of Ramblin Jake's information, be in the link below. JCB Music's down there, and Eunice is down there. And we'll see you next week. I mean, these shows are getting longer. And so I'm not going to take up too much more of your time except to say, take care of one another, and please stay safe and stay healthy. And wear the mask until this thing is over. I mean, we're getting a handle on it, I think. I mean, we got 500,000 people dead, but God love them, we don't want 500,000 more, all right? So take care of one another. Keep making music, and go to YouTube, Fiona Apple, right here. Watch that woman. Oh my God, she's got my heart. She got my soul. She got everything about me. Ugh. All right, take care.